It's ticked.
So we are live. Sound check real quick.
We are? I don't. Gears of War.
So, is the sound okay? Is everything good?
The voice is going. The voices are fine. I can't.
Okay, good.
Since you paused,
Yeah, the stream is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's paused. All right, welcome to another stream. Yay! We try Outriders Part 3. Yay! So, Lolo, you asked me if I was done with the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said yes, but no, but yes, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, after playing Outriders for a bit, I left my game at level 6, and I thought, when I get to level 10, I'll do another stream and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got bored with it before I even reached level 10, because I was playing alone, mostly. And even when I played with other players, it was a bit of a drag. So, and the whole time that I was playing, I realized I would rather play Gears of War right now, instead of playing Outriders.
Alright.
So that's what I did. But I would
decision.
like you to real quick. Yeah, it's a good decision. But real quick, I want to ask you to do a little bit of research. So, I picked up my game, Gears of War 4. I dropped it off a couple of years ago. I was playing it, and last time I played was in December 2018. I checked. So, and then I dropped it for some reason, played something else. I don't remember anymore why I did that. Never finished it. So I thought, I left the game halfway in. Let's finish Gears of War campaign. I am now at Act 5, Chapter 2. Can you check online how many Gears of War chapters there are? Just so I have an idea of how long we have ahead of us.
How many acts and chapters? 22 chapters.
How many acts?
How long is it? How many acts and chapters? 5 acts.
Just some, yeah. Yep. I dropped my game at Act 5, Chapter 2. The last chapter in the Gears of War 4 game is Chapter 2 of Act 5. So basically, the last couple of days, I downloaded 101 gigs to finish this campaign because fuck Outriders. Only to find out that I dropped off the game on the very last chapter.
Normally, I'd say jinxing has nothing to do with
So,
actual probabilities, but in this
am I
case,
finishing a game? To answer your question, did I rage quit Outriders?
All right, this is
Not really
ridiculous.
rage quit, just
Look around. It
lost
is all
interest
clear.
pretty quick
Mm-hmm.
because it's
Who is
so
this
time
cast? I'm
consuming,
not familiar
man.
with these people. Are these
Tell
like
you what,
related to the previous
If I really
cast of
did just
characters
jinx us,
somehow?
I'll deal with it myself.
Or-
Yes, so that's
Now let's
Marcus,
get this damn run.
Who?
right?
Oh yeah, with his
On
bandana.
my left, yeah, with the signature bandana and the bender voice. I am his son. We play as his son.
Okay.
And Dumb and Dumber to my left and right are the friends. They're pretty cool cast. I think for
That's
an
not
introduction it's
Dumb
cool.
as in Dominic, the other guy from...
No, I mean
as in
Dumb.
Dumb.
D-U, yeah, as in dumb, because, you know,
Dumb.
when you have... although I'll admit that the friendly AI, your friends in this game, the friendly AI is pretty smart in Gears of War 4. It's not like in Gears of War 1 and 2, where it was fine for the time,
Whatever
but
the
they're
language,
acceptable for
silent
today.
letters are always so confusing. Why keep it if you don't pronounce them? That was
You tell
a
that to French people.
short tangent. Yeah, French people, Portuguese people, like almost every language has silent letters.
Do we have a lot of them in Portuguese?
We don't pronounce the
The H's?
H's, for example. although
But
we use them
aside
a lot.
from that, we pronounce pretty much everything. man.
Sometimes we don't pronounce the C's.
Yeah, sure, but we've with the new acordo ortográfico,
We took them
we
off
don't
altogether.
do that anymore.
Yeah,
we took them off, which makes me rage
Words
because
that
it's very
have
useful when you want to learn another language.
etymologic
Actually,
origin with Latin, and that's why they're written
Yeah.
like that. And,
yeah, I think we should keep them because that's the connecting thread to our cousin and sister
Mm.
languages.
Mm.
So yeah, Lolo, you are with me.
Sorry, that was a
Let's
tangent.
finish this thing. No, it's a good tangent. I think it's always interesting. We're gonna finish this freaking game, yeah?
All right.
Because this is the last chapter. I already passed the hard part. So I'm guessing there's gonna be a dramatic.
This is good. You can jump to Gears of War 5, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Hey,
think that's what I'm
look,
gonna do next.
Gundams.
Oh. I was gonna say Warhammer 40k suits, but sure. This is more Gundam sized.
He does not mess around.
Mobile suits.
Oh. I bet we're gonna play with these things. That's the last mission. Please let me drive that thing.
What?
I'm actually
You
in a
don't call, you
weird
don't write.
Gundam mood lately.
Hey,
There's not that many good
You've been in a Gundam mood lately?
Been too long, Cole.
Sometimes you get those weird itches, right?
Yeah.
You remember James?
After I finished Mirror's Edge, I felt like playing the Darksiders HD remake that was out a couple of years ago.
didn't I give you enough toys when you were a kid?
Oh, I've seen enough of your toys to
But I think our friend will be mad at me if I play Darksiders instead of Sekiro.
Meet Damon Baird, CEO of
Especially because I already finished Darksiders, the first one for the 360,
Hey, whoa.
and I want to play it again.
Killer DB thing?
Um,
Jin did that, not me.
It's very
Let me know if
Legacy
you
of
get
Kain
this
vibe games from the mid 2000s, which I thought was really cool.
Darksiders.
And somehow,
Yeah,
A wrath of whatever.
it's like
war or-
cartoony goth, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, very
I
much
like it
so.
very much. That style.
Have you played the second
Also
one?
in comic books.
A lot
I
of
played the
fans
second
from
one a
the
little bit.
series
You had
seem
this
to
asshole
praise the
watching
second
out for
one a
me?
lot. I never
Yeah.
finished the second
It's
one.
funny.
I only finished the
didn't
first
finish it.
one.
I tried the second one, but didn't play it. I think I played it for an hour maybe or something.
You're the kind
Yeah,
of day
same.
we've had.
For
You
some
and
reason
Nasty.
it didn't. I just didn't continue.
JD's and Jack Jr., so one of you take second betting.
But the character of the second one takes itself less seriously.
Death?
Yeah. War is very serious all the time and always grumpy and shit.
Messed up sort of way. I know it.
But
The
it's
third
it was a lot of
one
fun.
was
I haven't tried it. I'm curious.
mixed, I think, but mostly positive.
Yeah. Mostly positive. Some people say it's a bit repetitive.
Wanted to do
I haven't tried it yet.
That's the
But-
nature of hack and slash, I guess.
Yeah.
And she insisted on coming.
But there's quite a bit of action and platforming on the first one.
Sorry, I'm just blabbing, but I don't know if it's important to pay attention to the story or not.
I hear you.
Absolutely not. We're just
Okay.
playing this because it's better than Outriders. That's all. Because this was supposed to be my final episode for the review of the game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Outriders is a bad game. It's just there's nothing about it that makes me want to keep playing it. I think if I was playing it with friends, it would be fun.
Yeah.
But I can't, and playing with other people is not that much fun.
You're the
Also,
Iron Giant with a gun.
we are the Iron Giant, and this is totally not inspired by Warhammer 40k at all. Look,
It's
this is
kinda
way
bulky
like
like
this is
that,
what I
yeah.
don't get. It's
And the
very
color
pretty. Look at
scheme.
this scenery. It's very pretty and like
So this is
That's what
not
I
like
meant.
the fifth one. This is not like semi-open world.
no, no, no.
The fifth one went
This is the classic.
quote-unquote open world.
Oh, look at that! Boom, boom, boom! We can fire those discs.
Gee, thanks, Uncle Baird.
Wow. Okay.
You
Cool.
got it.
Do I have
That
other
was-
weapons? No.
I don't think you need other weapons. You seem to have
No, I don't
the
think
thing
Ah,
pretty
shit,
fast.
carrier.
those things were a giant headache for me.
Are we still fighting the locusts? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, we are.
We are?
Always. They always find a way to come back. Those
back?
guys, right? I mean,
Well, that's why they're locusts.
I really
then,
like
guess.
the. I really like the story of the first and second one.
To say these industrial
It was
systems
interesting.
work.
Aliens that come from underground instead of
Yeah,
outside.
That
the
were here the
planet.
whole time. Kind of like the kaijus in what's that movie again? Pacific Rim, right? They were here the whole time.
I haven't
Or
watched Pacific Rim
through
yet.
another dimension or something.
Maybe I should.
And speaking of gates, Baird, we're blocked.
Some.
Snacks have
I haven't watched the second one. I watched the first one. They're fun. It's a fun, stupid movie, man. I liked it.
sweet.
You know, very rewatchable. You don't have to think too much.
What's his name? The director.
I don't know.
The same director from Labyrinth
Oh, who's shooting at me?
and not
damn it?
Labyrinth. The Labyrinth of Pan. Labyrinth.
Is it Del Toro?
It's
the
Del
director?
Toro, yeah.
He directed Pacific Rim,
Yeah. Let me
the first one.
confirm that. No. Director. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
I had no idea, but it looks so. I doubt that he got much, creative freedom there because
Blade
it's very
2
produced.
And Hellboy.
Yeah, that's him for sure. Where are we supposed to go? This? Oh. Nope.
The Shape
Oh,
of
we also
Water.
have-
Well, I had forgotten about that movie.
All right, calling in an airstrike.
Conservatives were up in arms
Roger that.
because
Stand by.
it was
Gates down.
idolizing bestiality.
Right, we're moving on.
I think that I didn't see The Shape of Water, but it was very critically acclaimed actually.
I did.
You did? How was it?
It's okay. I don't know if I would have made it movie of the year, but it's enjoyable.
But it's worth watching.
It's worth watching.
In your opinion?
Live here anymore, right?
Okay, cool.
It's
It's a bit of a Stockholm syndrome thing, right? Like
as
there's
if it was the origin story for Fish Guy in Hellboy.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's a dude who's being subject of an experiment, and the lady who's working on him falls in love with him, right?
Yeah.
And does she help him escape, or? And there's a mad scientist who's the big bad guy, or some shit
I
like
don't
that.
know.
or-
You'll have to see the movie. You're the one who says not to spoil anything.
It's true. I'm very spoiler sensitive. Some movies yes, some movies no, but if it's like a story-driven movie, then obviously I'm very. I almost gave an F to a student of mine because she spoiled the end of Endgame for me. The only reason why I didn't, is because I kind of figured that they would do something like that, you know. They would kill one of the main characters, either Cap or Iron Man. I thought one of them's gonna die. But one of my students went to see it on the opening weekend, and she was like, "But Tony Stark," and I'm like, "You shut your
the
mouth!
fuck up.
Do you want an F? Do you want an F? That's how you get F."
Bad news is,
Don't spoil the movie for the future.
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
The good news,
I have the red pen. I control the future of this nation. You understand?
very proud of you. Yeah. Okay, look, I'm gonna kill some more monsters.
True weapon of mass destruction.
The pen.
Slow burn, but you know. Yeah. This is so much more fun than Outriders, dude. Like, for real. I know it's stupid, we're just wearing a big suit and trying to kill gory enemies and stuff, but
Yeah, the thing is, the moment you start incorporating RPG mechanics in shooters, you are gating your damage output, right?
Hey, more snatches up ahead.
yeah.
We've got this.
In a sense. Because you have to evolve the character in order to do more damage output. Then some enemies are basically damage sponges, right?
Yep.
You give 10,000 bullets in the face and they're still alive.
Focus outgoing. Got him.
I don't mind that. I mean, I enjoy playing Destiny. I enjoy playing Borderlands. I think Borderlands is better just because the story, you know, generally makes sense. And the world feels lived in, even though it's sometimes an empty world, right, and dead and stuff. But I'm talking about Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, mostly.
Through that wall.
Destiny is very... It's very manufactured, very produced. The story is very meh, even though the story of the second one, it's so much better than the first. Yeah, but it's still, you know, very forgettable. I don't even remember it, to be honest. I just remember you fighting for Earth or something like that.
I'm requesting an airstrike.
But it's very satisfying to play,
Airstrike
you
incoming.
know? Like because it's Bungie doing the shooting. So it's like Halo, that's perfect. And then in the end, I mean, when you get full of it, you kind of lose interest, right?
Right.
But there was nothing driving you story-wise or gameplay-wise, unless you want to unlock new classes. But at least the gameplay loop is very satisfying. On the Outriders, it
because it
feels
has
like...
a stable, it must be because it's usually, although it fluctuates, it has a somewhat stable player base.
yeah,
Right.
especially after they made it free-to-play, you know.
Firing now.
I think
they
it was a
did?
very good idea. Yeah, Destiny 2 is free-to-play. And the expansions are on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you can even get the DLC. So... But I really enjoyed... playing with friends was really
Gambit.
nice, and making friends on Destiny, you know, was pretty cool.
Here they come.
But overall, I don't know if it's a game that's worth playing like that for the story, and you can get full pretty quick, and it can be time consuming. But at least the leveling up process and trying shit is a lot of fun.
Right.
And I didn't get that feeling from Outriders, unfortunately, you know? It just... I understand that some games like Final Fantasy, Nier Automata, even Mass Effect, and stuff like that, they might not be super duper fun the first few hours, but if you stick with it, the overall experience will be great
Right.
and amazing, and, you know? I'm not gonna do that with a shooter-looter. I'm not going to invest 15 hours, like, oh, after you do like your 20 hours, the game starts to get really, you know, starts developing. I don't want to jog like that for a game that's supposed to be, how do you say? It's supposed to be satisfying to play, and then when it's not, then,
Focus outgoing.
you know? Screw it.
Dead yet.
Is this when I inevitably do a free advertisement for Warframe?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Because maybe Warframe is actually fun,
Get out of here.
It is,
No.
it really is.
and it is. It plays better. So
Target the wall.
the problem with Outriders for me is that it didn't do anything great. Including, I had this criticism for Outer Worlds, for example, that it doesn't do anything amazing, but everything all together in one bundle is great. Outriders doesn't do
I
that.
only noticed now that you have the 2 comments of wanting to become famous again. in the
Oh,
chat.
really?
Yeah.
Report that to me. If you can. Are you a moderator for me? Maybe not.
No.
Why do they keep preying on us little Twitch streamers?
Hey, you guys all right down there? So far, so good. Hey, any idea what's up ahead? Seen a lot of bad guys.
Do, 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 do.
Big, huh? You know, I think we can
But
handle
yes,
big.
shooting,
Story of my life.
Destiny, Warframe, RPGs, shooters. Yes.
I think Outriders can be fun with friends. Probably. But then again, so are a ton of other games. You know, even though I don't feel like... I don't want to have to play 12 or 15 hours before
Outriders
the game
is
starts to
Square
get
Enix,
interesting,
right?
you know. Yeah, it's Square Enix. Yeah, and they made the most fucking.
Dam is just ahead.
It's very generic on the surface, and it also feels generic on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
At least after playing for 10 hours, you know, I feel like I didn't get anything done, and it's just. I could be playing other games that are more fun to play. I can do better things with my time. I feel like I got disrespected for my time. You know what I mean? It's like some people have that criticism with, for example, Kojima games that makes too many narrative references to other books that you're supposed to read beforehand and blah 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 blah. You know, I don't think it's. I think that's a fair criticism, right? I think it was at one point Frank Zappa that said, if you want to really understand my album, go read Kafka and then listen to my album. You know, then it will make sense. And I'm like, Frank, not everybody's got that kind of time. Although, you know, it takes 3 hours or 4 to read a book like that. But still. So it's not about references and narrative and stuff.
We got 2 more carriers.
In the case of Outriders, it's just, yeah, like, you have to play more before it gets really, 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 really fun. And I don't want to waste my time to find out, you know? So, yeah. Have you ever, I mean, lately, has there been any game like that that you,
Well, there are many
found
games like
or-
usually that RPGs have multi-layered in a lot of different ways to enjoy the game. For example, the Witcher video games, you don't need to read the books to enjoy the games. Like usually they always do a pretty good job to establish, if you never read the books, everything you need to know and understand, like the characters and
We're blocked.
geopolitical
Can't get past. Need you to blow it up.
situations and stuff like that. So you can enjoy The Witcher 3, for example, on the surface, like for the gameplay, like it's a nice action
Or just for the
RPG,
story, or-
adventure, open world, and then there's dialogue and stories that are head scratchers and interesting and stuff like that.
And even if you don't enjoy the main story, you can do the little side quests,
There you
which are
go,
little
yeah.
stories on their own, which are amazing. A
That
lot of
game
them,
has
like
very
one-offs,
strong
super strong.
and then you have
I would say it's one of the things that it does much better than other RPGs. Western RPGs, at least. I can't speak for the Japanese ones because I don't play them enough.
yeah.
Okay, dam's just ahead. Let's clear that wheel.
And
So
besides
has there
that-
been any game like that? Yeah.
Well, you mentioned one of them. The Mass Effect trilogy has thousands of references to other franchises like Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica.
Very heavy on the Battlestar Galactica, in my opinion.
But you don't need to watch all those shows and read all those books that are either referenced or inspired by. If you have, it just makes the experience different. But someone who hasn't, like the Mass Effect trilogy, is still very impactful without that knowledge. So I think when you build like an entertainment, made whatever platform, is it a book, is it a video game, is it a movie, whatever, it's good
Here they come!
to develop it that you can enjoy it on a multi-layer way. Like,
Yeah. If you don't like this thing will keep you hooked. And if you don't like that thing, the other thing will keep you hooked, right? We have a good friend, Fed, who rarely plays games for the story.
okay.
He's like a 100% gameplay type of guy. If the game doesn't interest him in the beginning, he's not gonna, keep with it. And this is from Halo to Dynasty Warriors to Assassin's Creed, right? Oh, I died. Great. If he doesn't enjoy the gameplay, he's not gonna play it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about the story, literally.
Like
Even on
he
games that
enjoys,
have a good story.
Kingdom Hearts, for example, but he doesn't care about the story at all. He just likes the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I understand because it's very difficult to enjoy something you don't understand. Ever.
Kingdom Hearts story
I
is
think.
infamously known for being extremely convoluted. Nomura, Tetsuya Nomura
Watch it! Another
is a
swarming!
little bit crazy with his
Launching.
storytelling.
Boy, Crazy's very judgy, Lolo. Just say unconventional and, you know, surprising,
Or that.
misunderstood.
Missiles are away.
Good yes.
Yeah. How about gameplay-wise?
Missiles away.
Like, are there any games that you felt that you don't want to have to invest a long time before you can start getting to the meat of the game?
Here they come.
Can you think of anything at the moment?
What
I'm
do
just
you
talking
mean?
about gameplay.
Games that I
Because,
can enjoy
like,
right
on
out
on
of the
Outriders-
gate, or games that are slow burn.
Yeah. Like on
deliver-
Outriders, I think the game and the powers and stuff can get really interesting once you unlock all the trees. Like the stuff that I had a look at looked pretty interesting to me.
Okay.
You know? But I don't want to have to play 20, 30, 40 hours just to get there, and then turns out if I don't like it, I can restart the whole thing again with a different class. So what, I'm supposed to put like gamble 30
Right
hours
now,
of my time
probably
to see if I
because
can
I'm on the
like it or not?
honeymoon phase of the game, because I just started the game
Monster Hunter?
a week or 2 weeks ago. It's Monster Hunter Rise. Like, that game is so good.
But that's good if you enjoy it right out the bat.
Right out the bat,
You know?
exactly.
Then that's good.
You don't need to, well, when you start hunting more difficult monsters, you need to upgrade the gear and everything, but like you have 16 weapons, type of weapons available right out of the gate. It can be overwhelming at first, like, but you can do everything at your own pace and discover how each weapon type works and whatnot. That game is super fun, and the gameplay now, it's really what it was missing in the series. I feel they already turned into that direction with Monster Hunter World. They made the gameplay more dynamic at the cost of leaving out other things like variety of monsters.
It was
and
so
whatnot.
dense to me.
Really?
So-
Yeah.
Oh, Monster Hunter World was too much for me.
Yeah, the formula
I don't
itself,
wanna
maybe
read.
it's not something for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I'm too casual with the game for that, I think.
But yeah, at the moment, probably because, like I said, in the honeymoon phase, Monster Hunter Rise, right out of the gate, it was
But then you enjoy it, right? How about if has there been any game that you in the first 5-10 hours had 15 hours even, let's go crazy, had to be an investment before you started enjoying the game? Can you think of anything? Like even let's
Many.
count JRPGs in it.
Dark Souls. For
That's, you know, Dark Souls. Okay, that's a good example.
Many fans will tell you that the game only begins in New Game Plus. And
Sick fucks.
and in a way, it's true, but only half. There's so many. That speaking about multi-layered games, that game is a real tough nut to crack.
You can go up to Sekiro too as well with that stuff.
Yeah.
Boss rushes
Sure.
and all that, right? Our good friend has
But
been
in
on his,
contrast,
what,
I think
seventh
Sekiro is
playthrough?
much more accessible to a wider gamer taste than Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Gameplay, the traversal is not fluid. There's not like verticality, horizontally, the fluidity and dynamic of it. The component itself. Dark Souls is just like almost starting with the spoon, and then you understand that you can destroy a tank with a spoon after spending hundreds of hours.
Rockets are away.
But yeah, it's quite the experience. Like, the way I try to describe the game to someone who doesn't play games, speaking of outside references and other media platforms, Dark Souls is like the descent of Dante in the
Inferno.
Inferno. Yeah, how many rings is it? 7, 9?
I think so. Yeah.
Alright, Baird, we got it.
Every time you overcome a challenge, you're like, okay, so I guess this is a maximum difficulty, and then you go to the next phase and you're like, oh shit, this is even more expensive.
Another one's
And then,
down.
okay, this must be the max difficulty then. And then you go into the next phase and you're like, what the
Once you pin that tentacle, tear it off.
It always keeps you on your toes. Every strategy you get too comfortable with is going to knock you out of your seat a couple of hours later, so you always have to
We missed our
adapt,
chance.
even if you're focusing on the build. And then, yeah, it's also the type of game that, for example, you have many players who play Dark Souls who don't care about the story or the lore. You can only play it on the surface for the gameplay and the whole adrenaline.
Is that a masochistic experience?
Yeah, the whole adrenaline of overcoming overwhelming odds. But if you are the type of person who enjoys, there is a very deep, extensive lore that you can sink into. There's so much of it that is just embedded into the level design, contextual clues. If you look around, even architecture, that narrative.
Missiles are away.
That's how multiplayer.
I think Dark Souls. So you're saying that the first 15 hours, but I think that's a bit different because isn't it part of the game that you're supposed to hate it, even though you love
I
it
don't know if you're
after a
supposed
while?
to hate it, but I think
Didn't you hate it the first 15 hours?
99% of any gamer
Another tentacle down.
will experience this hate-love relationship. There were many times in Dark Souls where I was like, shit, I'm gonna rage quit, and then I pause it for a couple of weeks and then come back to it and I'm like, oh, right. This is awesome. But, something right out of the gate usually are action games, because the less customization or cerebral stuff you have to do, like when it's like spontaneous gameplay gratification. Platformer, action adventure. That is the other spectrum of it. So.
I can't think off the top of my head of a game that I had to like invest the first 15 hours and then started to enjoy. Like for real. Besides Mass Effect, I was playing it wrong, I think, and I had the wrong approach to it the first time I played it through. And then when I had a more when I just changed my approach to the game and not approach it like a
shooter.
Like a shooter or action game, yeah, then it became probably the top 2 best games I ever played. The trilogy in the front.
Yeah. Some games are like that. Some games they force you to no. You're not gonna enjoy this game if you play it from this perspective. Try it from this other perspective.
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We got swarmed out.
At the time, it's because I was also playing Mass Effect on computer as opposed to with a controller, you know. And I got stuck in a mission, and then I did the thing where you save the game during a mission, and then you can't go back. And I had just one save, So it's just, when I started the game over from the beginning and really like put the time in, did my dialogue options, listened to the conversations. Yeah, what a game, man! I can't wait for the thing to come back in May, and you and I were gonna do some fun streams. I hope, because it really is a masterpiece. A sci-fi masterpiece in general. I mean, I think it's probably my favorite sci-fi universe.
Interesting. Mass Effect.
Yeah, probably. But the one that had the biggest impact on me. I mean, I'm not counting in.
Whenever your gaming bucket list is more breathable, like I know nowadays we all have very suffocating
1,000 games in our bucket list.
Exactly, suffocating gaming bucket lists. But keep in mind, since you also like Star Wars, and apparently you really love Mass Effect. I didn't know that you loved it that much. Like I knew you liked it.
Oh yeah, KOTOR, of course.
Exactly. Whenever
Yeah, I have
you
it on my
feel
computer already.
patient enough or like on the mood or in the mindset, like I 100% trying to.
So you could be
Nice of those
like
topic.
in the middle of a date, and I say, "Hey Lolo, I'm gonna play KOTOR." You tell that lady, "Hey, listen, I gotta go. It's an emergency. I'll call you later. Bye."
My child is being born. I don't care. My friend Papu is
Yeah.
streaming for her right now. But for some reason, the PC versions I've come across, like it hasn't aged well. Since I guess BioWare doesn't have like full control of the IP anymore. There's not many good optimizations on the PC that were nice optimizations. You actually have to fiddle around a little bit yourself to make it work. That's what I've been finding on the PC. But on the phone, on the other hand, like this is really strange because my Android version of my Papu Republic from the App Store actually works better than the so
Wow.
maybe it says more about my PC.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about your PC, man. Or at least maybe it's because the version of KOTOR that you have for the PC is already like has been optimized a bit more for better PCs, maybe. While the phone version is optimized for something that could run on microwave software.
And I've been, on that note, I've been pondering on the possibility of switching from my phone nice over Republic since I can't seem to make it work on the PC.
I think you could, man. Call it like bus stop streams or something.
Bus stop streams.
Yeah, you stream it when you're waiting for the bus,
Yeah.
right?
Random 20 minutes or 10 minutes KOTOR streams spread the day or the week.
Yeah.
All right, hentai tentacle time.
Mm-hmm.
You knew.
So there are 4 chapters here, and we are chapter 4.
But I didn't know we'd find this.
This is it.
Okay, I need to refresh my Twitch window because I think I'm a little behind.
Please.
Is that someone she knows? That's why she's so
Yeah, it's
emotional?
like she's like
A
a
friend
leader of a
or-
resistance
Okay.
and like mentor type figure,
Mhm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Come closer, please.
Yeah.
Please,
JD,
you can't ask her to.
don't. Just let me say goodbye.
Oh no. I gotta say, man, the graphics are insane. This game looks really, really pretty
nice,
on
yeah.
the TV I have here. Yeah, and the game is from. I actually got Gears 4 when I bought the Xbox One S back in 2017, I think. No, 2016. Yeah, it was December 2016, January 2017.
All right.
Got a really good deal for it. It came with FIFA 17. Who cares? And with Gears of War 4, 2 controllers. 250 euros or 270 euros, something like that. So it was a pretty good deal. New, 1 gig, the 1S, 5 years ago. 4 years ago, yeah. It's good. I'm so bad. I don't finish so many games. It's not good. But I have been finishing a lot of them, games that I left behind. But I'm still gonna finish The Witcher. When I play The Witcher, do you want me to let you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, because you said I'm literally 5 minutes away from finishing
Well, I
it.
said that jokingly, but it's probably like.
It's okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Can you recall where you left last time you
Getting
played?
all the characters together for the final thing.
Okay.
I already went through the portals and stuff, and the alternate worlds, and yeah.
Ah, so you did that, yeah? With,
Yeah, I can feel it. I'm at the very, very end.
Mhm.
Probably. I mean, 5 minutes
There was
in
some
Witcher
very
time is like 2 hours. But
interesting- That thing with the portals, like it was very interesting. Like you went in a different planet that was kind of Starship Troopers as well.
Yeah.
It was interesting, this whole multiverse expansion scenario that
It's
the
too
lore
bad
of
that
The
we can't go
Witcher-
back there, right?
No, yeah. So
is
there are
like
some
you just
stuff
go
you
for
can
a little bit,
actually
so get her
miss out
somewhere safe.
in that.
I don't need protection.
What are those stones called again? Those
You need time.
power stones that you get 1 point
Trust me.
free for the
I've
level
been
up or the perks or whatever.
There's
There's a couple of those.
I know what you're
meditation
talking
stones,
about.
Meditation
Yeah.
I
stones,
wanted you to have that.
I think there's 1 or 2 in that
was my grandmother's.
mission, in that quest.
I never knew her.
It's beautiful.
Oh, we have another viewer. Who is it?
Who is the other viewer? Say hello. But
Oh,
yes.
look at that, Lolo.
What?
We did it.
Already?
And right when they were, right when they gave us the
So
cliffhanger,
the end is just talking
I wasn't
about-
even paying attention.
Yeah, talking about the
Yeah.
amulet or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So when we play Gears 5, we're gonna fetch that amulet.
Alright.
So this was Outriders Part 3. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, go play it. It's on Game Pass. I recommend it with friends. Solo it can be tough unless you want a game that
You're
just
talking about Gears of War
takes your
or
time,
Outriders
and if
right
you
now?
like it. I'm talking about Outriders. yeah. But if you want something which will keep you a little bit more gripped and handles better and feels better to shoot, you can play Gears 4. I will move on to Gears 5 after today. That's gonna be my next, how do you call it, regular game that I will be playing in my own time, I think, because I'm still streaming Doom. So I'll be playing Gears in my own time. Or maybe should I finish The Witcher? Who knows? We shall see. But yeah, follow Dagon Keldrum, Dagon_Keldrum on Twitch, and also on YouTube. He's got sick, in-depth Skyrim knowledge and streams, and he does super interesting quests. I have over 200 hours on Skyrim, and this gentleman has been doing quests that I had no idea were a thing. So, yeah, go do that. How many hours do you got on your new character now? Like 70, right? More?
I don't know.
Your current character? You have 34 episodes. Each episode is about 2 to 3 hours, right? So
yeah,
we're looking
more or
at
less.
60, 90 hours. Plus what you played offline.
Exactly, I do stuff off screen so it doesn't get too boring, because yeah. But over 100 hours already, definitely.
Over 100, wow. Well, in these lockdown days, it's easy to get those numbers lately, isn't it? Over the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I'm very curious. I don't know if you can find a way. Maybe some time. I don't know how, but I want you to walk me through some of the new Monster Hunter game. Like, how is it different from the previous one and all that?
Sure.
But I would like to get footage, that's the problem, because you're playing on Switch and there's no capture card, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't have a way to do that for the Switch as of now.
But we'll find a way sometime soon. Even if that means when I go there in October. Can you explain that shit to me? Because it's a game I don't want to play, but I'm still curious about to see how it plays and what it has to offer. I like games like that. Like I like going into JRPGs that way, because I don't have the time and patience, but I still appreciate the work itself and the piece of entertainment, culture, art, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, everybody, leave my channel now and go watch Dagon Keldrum, because he's going to stream in 5 minutes. I have to go live my life. Thank you very much. Go check out our channel on YouTube. It's Jack and Papu talk shit and play games. Papu with a 4 instead of an A. You'll still find it regardless. Alright. Bye bye everybody.
Bye bye, auf Wiedersehen.